Right, going 4 days without Crusader Kings 3. It's pretty tough. I was tempted to come crawling back to it at any moment. But we made it through, now we're back. It's Despot Barben Folk. He just refuses to die. He's 61, he's morbidly obese, and yet he's athletic and too stubborn to die, which is great. I did not expect a lot out of this man. He was meant to simply be a stepping stone as we make our way to a much more pious version of the family. Like our just and gregarious bare minimum. He was meant to reform our everything. Instead, Barben Folk got it all done, and he's still swimming in piety. I mean, thinking about it, I could have made even more changes for Slovanskan. So he changed our religion, got it fully reformed, which is great, because unreformed religions are so bad in a number of ways. Not only that, but he transformed us from a tribe into a feudal society. That does mean we have a lot of building up to do, but we will get right on that. In fact, I believe it is our current fascination, city planning, so we can actually get some centers and shrines and such built up. Then I think I want public works, because I noticed when looking at the save that my increase of development is going agonizingly slowly. It still has 35 years left. Why is that? Because the base development cap is 10. Beyond that, you get a massive existing development debuff. So I really think I want to move you away to probably Tablabuth, because I think it has the most adjacent counties there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they are all more or less Vlach. There we go. This one isn't, but surely it'll be converted at some point, as long as it's looked over by a fellow Vlach. Great. We're swimming in money, because we know exactly how to get money in this game. The only thing we're not exactly swimming in are witches. It's been a hard one there, getting some sweet witching action going. We've got Numea here. Unfortunately, in order to try and spread this witchy ways, I have to have them be a guardian over some wards. What I have since discovered is the one that I really want to make all witchy-like, the grandsons next in line, are kind of out of the question because I made the foolish mistake of landing my son. Thought it was a good idea at the time, you know, let them build up piety and prestige and money and all that. But when you land them, they make their own court, and they're children at their court, which means I have a hard time actually getting my witch to be their ward, because this guy is just a guest here. I haven't recruited them. I'd like to recruit him, but I don't think I can. Actually, I don't know how I would manage to recruit them. How do you recruit a guest specifically? Because there's not the option here. I can abduct them. Maybe it's because their spouse is elsewhere and that's stopping that. I wouldn't know. Whatever the case, they don't want to be invited here. I could give it a go, right? I mean, I could befriend them. Marry them to a courtier. Well, that's a problem. She's already married. I think guardians are a special kind of guest, so you can't do it yet. I could alternatively murder his wife, but that might prove a little difficult. Wonder if I could invite her over. Would that make things easier? What I could also do is scout out another witch. Fortunately, we have the ability to filter for witch. Anyone, as long as they're inside my Diplo range. Wow, there are not a lot of known witches. Okay, there are plenty outside of my Diplo range, but inside it, even though I'm so central, you'd think I'd have a lot more access to the witches. Who are we? Who do we have here? You're a guest of such and such. You're only 29, and you're beautiful. Well, welcome aboard. I can't invite you right now, but I could always befriend you, which is very likely to work, so let's just get going with that straight away. Now we have a befriend scheme going on. Of note, Jake, people with witch trait aren't the only available witches, they're just the only ones that you can search for. Yeah, there are people that have it hidden. Try looking for older female herbalists and wise women, they tend to be the ones that spawn via event. Well, that just seems like a crap shot. I'll go for the ones that I know. Right, so Barben Folk's reign was not one of bloodshed. He expanded by pen rather than by sword, which makes him very different from, well, not Sihoa, but rather Vlad himself. And I'm very happy with that, because this game has so much going on than just constant warfare. I don't know if that makes it the most compelling thing to watch, but I also don't care, because I really enjoy the gardening aspect of the inner workings of my realm. But to that effect, he has done a lot of work for Wallachia inside it, but one big thing held against Barbenfolk is the fact that he licked the boots of the Byzantine Empire. Now that was a very necessary step in order to feudalize, otherwise I'd have to wait to get all of our tribal innovations done. Soon enough we'll be on early medieval. But it's not outside of the realms of possibility for him to right this wrong. I've waited for this very moment because right now Basilius and his matrilineally married Princess Meow of the House Vlad are ready to be married. So what I can do is actually seal the deal on that, declare them married in holy matrimony, and now I can attack them. Now attacking an ally, and we are allied pretty much for life thanks to that, has a lot of downsides. Let's see, lose a level of fame, lose a ton of prestige, get attacked and ally for 3 years with a massive general opinion debuff, break the alliance, he'll hate us, it'll be a crime. But if anyone's going to do it, it might as well be Barbenfolk. He's old at 61, that's pretty old for this time frame. So all these debuffs are pretty meaningless. He's also swimming in prestige, so I don't see it as too bad a thing for him. The question is this what I want to do right now? Is there anything else I should consider doing first? I'm about to get my next lifestyle focus. I don't really know what... Was I going for friendly council? Seems like something I was going for. It's a shame. I'd love learn on the job, but friendly council might be best for somebody with so many... Oh well, a lot of my friends are dead, aren't they? Oh well, too bad. Otherwise, what is going on? We have our other lands here. Oh yes, something that I realized when looking up is that you have a special building slot available where you have holy sites, and that allows you to build grand temples. They are very expensive, but by God are they good if, and only if, I directly control them. Currently my son has that, but I would like to get it built so that when I do come to own it myself later on, which I'm certain I will some way somehow, it's going to be really good for me. I'd like to build one in Kiev as well, but sadly it goes by the Russian culture because my vassal owning that is Russian. Then there's something going on here. What's happening? Count Roman has a bit of a problem with a peasant uprising. Well, I'll help you out there, buddy. I mean, look at that tiny uprising. We'll have it down, so to speak. So I shall move my army and get just my men-at-arms to go and quell that threat. Something nice that's been added, this clear all notifications button. Ah. Not in the base game, I got a mod for it. Good lord, I've never modded my game so hard since I played Mayo on EU3. Right, what else is worth thinking about? I want to declare this war, but I need my armies not to be raised. Anything going on here? Can imprison criminals, but I don't think I care so much about any of these guys, unless they are perhaps loaded. Well, actually, criminals that I put away can be executed as and when I want. So maybe I should try and imprison these. We're awaiting a response regarding another matter. Okay, so I can't go on a mass imprisonment spree just yet. Not endorsed by my Volik, but that doesn't really matter at all because I don't have any churches in the realm at all, I think. Too many duchies, Transylvania, Moldavia, and Altena. I don't hold any land in Moldavia now, do I? So I might as well give it away to whoever is going to be succeeding that. Moldavia goes to Prince Haramir. Ooh, a very learned individual. At 28, that's pretty good. And he's double virtuous, despite being craven and lazy. Impressive. Here's your title of Moldavia. I mean, it's nice to hold on to it myself, but it's a -15 with all of my subjects if I have that. Oh, that stripped away my spy master. This guy hates me, so I'm not sure I want you on the job. Roman, for some reason, doesn't like me much either. Ah well, on you go, Roman, and here's a small gift to make you like me. With all this money I have, there's very little reason for me not to just shove these gifts down people's throats. We have so much money. Alright, I hope they add new men-at-arms, more character traits, and I'm sure there'll be lots more coming to this game. Well, I'm as sure as I can be. I don't have any inside info on the game, sadly. I think I will slightly increase this for now. We're making a deficit, but who cares? Gonna clean these guys' clocks. Good. We get that diplomacy perk. You know what? How about prestige per dread? I don't have enough of that. Since I have tons of dread, that should make my prestige go up tons. Excellent. Right, I've heard good things about you, says who? Ah, the White Rus. You're pretty big, pretty strong, and pretty close by. If it weren't for this river, you'd be on my border. Should I get to know him? You'd lose stress from declining. That's funny, I thought you only got this when you were at Count level. I wasn't aware that you could get it like that. Well, you know, more friends are good friends for us. Well, we won that war in a heartbeat. Let's just disband the army. And I'm almost certainly going to need to move this over here-ish. Maybe not exactly there. I have a lot of battles I'm going to need to win against the Byzantines here. More friends, less stress. Yeah, but as if stress is an issue for us. We got stress twice, and twice we got good good traits out of it. Confider and Athletic are both brilliant, and they offer up decisions that let you de-stress. Although we gain stress because we're trying to lose weight, we are obese. Severe penalty. I can't believe there's no events or anything for losing weight. I read up mechanically how it works. Every character has a target weight and an actual weight, and they drift towards target weight. But bleh, basically to that. Right, what am I thinking now? I'm thinking I could now modify and fuel contract with you. I would quite like, honestly, to give out coinage rights, but we don't have access to that. I'd also like more of your money, but you're not my rightful liege, so we'll leave that be for now. But it's a shame, right? I've got this hook. Maybe there should be a better relationship between Moldavia and us. I mean, I don't really care so much about the levies, but it would be really nice to get extortionate taxes out of my subjects. I don't really need those levies, let's be honest. But I want more money. Now, granted, he's not my rightful liege, but, or rather, I'm not his rightful liege, but down the line, I will become that. Because we're currently integrating the Kingdom of Moldavia. 48 years to go. 3 years left on Pannonia. 3 years? Could we not get... Well, no, 17 months, thanks to our Chancellor's hard work. You're the best Chancellor around, right? Right. Are you the best Steward? Also right. Marshal? We must have better Marshals. You're a genius, though, and you're already doing something else that you're better at. I'd really like to have somebody better at learning take this job, but we seem hard-pressed for getting good learning out there. Okay. I've heard a lot about how useless it is to modify the contracts there, but I don't know, I'd like to squeeze extra taxes out of people. They did fix it so that trying to lose weight actually works instead of being a penalty with no possible rewards, so I heard. Okay, there was somebody else that I wanted to imprison. You have Polovragi, which is where we started out from. You have a sizable family, including this one that's next in line. But is it really so bad if one tiny little insignificant county hates me? I'm not so sure it does. You also appear to be at war. You're attacking Dana in a tourney war. 48 and fine. Into prison you go. Now this war, it's gotta start. Independence War, they are pretty damn strong over in Byzantium, not surprising. I mean, look at the size of them. However, we have a lot of money, and there's no way I want to be underfoot of the Byzantines for so long. And as long as they are married, Unless they request a divorce, which I don't think they will, we should have what we need for doing this. So, if you declare war, it's really trying to warn me this is a bad thing to do, but I think it has to be done. I didn't even look at the CB. Please tell me I fought for independence. Oh good, it says independence. Enforcing this might be hard. Enforcing this will probably be very hard. They have a lot more units than we do, but we must try. God, now we're the upstart here. The obvious thing to do is to buy every half-decent mercenary there is. Scroll to the bottom, find the most expensive, and get them. Horse archers, light horsemen, pikemen, levies. A forder. 2,000... 4,000... 7,000... How rich are you? No, you'll probably be able to buy some mercs of your own. So I should get all the best for myself. You know, if I don't get them, somebody else will. Anyone with a truly terrific leader? You're pretty good at 20 there. I mean, I just think we have better of our own. But there we go. I mean, that money's not going to do us any good unless we put it to work. So we might as well do exactly that. I could even band you all together as one. Under that 20 commander who's, what's he got? Forder, Reckless, and Logist. Well, Logician's pretty good. Unfortunately, the supply limit around here is going to be pretty brutal. Going well above it's going to push us down, but it also means that stuff lasts a whole lot longer. Question is what I want to do with all of you. I could tell you to stand down and pop you back up when I need you, or I could take a chance at just taking over Constantinople with you. If I walk along here, what are we looking at? 400 casualties, 400 casualties, and then we'll get there with another 400 casualties. Or we could take a boat and just land over there. I don't know if he'll try to deny us. It might take him a while to assemble that army, but I want to give it a go. Dishonor comes at a cost. Also, you're getting into jail. So be it. So be it. Alright, good. They're not they're not in the dungeon. I don't want them getting ill at all. Jake, look and see if any mercs from Greece have cataphracts. You don't mean the ones that I have, do you? No, because that's just Connie and light horsemen. You probably mean heavy cavalry is something for me to worry slightly about. And maybe even consider having on my side. Ah, geez, I can't tell at a glance who's who here. It's horse archers, more Comey. Plenty of horse archers, but okay, well that should do for now. Let's see what he's bringing up. He is assembling an army worthy of Mordor right there on Constantinople. I might not want to take to boat now. Right, thank you for your swift response. I'm looking forward to our first correspondence. Let's see, he's a plotter, irrational lackey. Poisons and their applications. Perhaps as an amateur plotter he might like that. I'll send a gift to show my appreciation. He doesn't seem that greedy. Let's talk about poisons. I doubt he's so good with etiquette. Marching over there doesn't seem like the finest idea I've ever had, but I don't have siege weaponry. I don't see any cataphracts. Hopefully Basilius doesn't bring in too many. They will mince you. Yeah, it looks like he's just got light horsemen, but he does have siege weapons right there. The way we are might actually work against me quite heavily here, since we're just sitting taking loads of attrition here. The supply limit ain't great. Oh, it's pretty good if I go and take Constantinople, but the walls on that thing's gonna be hefty. Now I've got all these guys. Are they my real enemies, though? Not really. Who are my real enemies, actually? I don't think I get war score for taking out my not real enemies. You have to take Constantinople, Jake. It is the war goal. That's going to be a pain. That thing has fortifications for days. I'm going to need my own units to help me out quite a bit here. At least I have plenty of mangonel ready, my lords. Are they mangonels at this point? Onagers. Ugh. I wonder if the Greeks have mangonels. Right, I'm a little worried about supply already. Maybe I could split up between these 3 areas. If I just split off the non-levies. Oh man, look at all those knights. Alright, at least all the levies are together like that, making it easy to pull them away. And then I just have 5 or so thousand of you here. Still not enough. The supply limit is difficult here. So maybe bring in the crummiest skirmishers, the light footmen, and take them out as well. Oh right, no, there were more levies that I missed. There we go, 4,000 is a lot more manageable. Get these crummy levies perhaps split in half. Half there. And then half there. And then you guys show your support by standing there. And then you should keep each other company quite well. Well, probably be a rough fight. You've greatly misjudged me if you think you're something or other will get you anywhere. I see now your words are as empty as your skull, and to think I used to value that. Oh, okay. Well, at least I got a bit of lifestyle experience. He doesn't want to talk about poisons. What a weirdo. Okay, so Byzantium is coming up with his 8,000 odd units. Might be prudent for me to raise my crummy levies while I'm at it. Unfortunately, these are mountains, so he already has a sizable advantage if he wants to come and fight me here. I might actually pull back to the hills, because I don't want to just hand him that advantage. But he's bringing mostly dirt poor crappy levies, and he's fighting himself. And he's not that good at fighting. Not that I have the best commanders known to mankind. What are you up to? Probably going to go there, there, then there. Makes the most sense. We haven't really done any progress on this siege, so I wouldn't have a problem stepping back from it. I should likely bring my units a little closer together, see what he does. He could march over there into those hills to try and take out my really crappy levies, which I would strongly suspect he wants to do right about now. He probably wants to avoid that river crossing. Hills are still a good bonus for us, though. Scandal! My niece is showing signs of pregnancy. Everyone thought that it was her husband's, but it's actually Prince Grand Jester. My son and my niece. Now everyone knows. Oh well, as long as I don't have to worry about it. Infidelity everywhere in this game. Alright, he's the one that wants to hang out in the mountains, is he? What's he gonna do with that? I don't know, but I don't like this standstill. He's the one enjoying some, well, he's not the only one enjoying some, attrition there, unfortunately. Can I get those 4,000? No, the 4,000 are the ones that I want. To get those crappy levies out of here, maybe? What's he gonna do? Is he just gonna sit there for a while? No, he's going on the move again, probably because I pulled my crappy levies out. But if he moves in here, that's fine. I wouldn't mind taking him in those hills. Oh, okay. Well, if he wants to go for those hills instead. Forest fighter. You got nobody going for you. Let's get some weirdo over there. See if he wants to take that fight. He's got no choice. Unfortunately, he's going to be mashing into really crappy levies of mine for quite a while before I get the meat of my reinforcements in. Hopefully they can just take it for a while. Not too shabby. Now I need these battles to go my way. It's a good way to get some war score. Hide tents constructed in foie gras. Could I not like double click or something to make my way over there rather than having to go through this? Oh, no, it's not that. Foie gras is here, which I for some reason own. Did I start building those? That doesn't seem like something I would build. I want to build up Fechar, but I'm not too concerned about other places. Why would I be? Now we've discovered the secret of my cousin wife soulmate. She's a non-believer. Oh, I could slam her in prison and get myself a new wife. But, you know, I love my wife, so we'll leave her be. Right, you are getting dominated here, my friend. You're being countered by my pikemen, and you're in bad terrain. And you're being super countered. Meanwhile, my horse archers are destroying you. Oh, that's good. Come on, get the early cap. Make this the war it was born to be. Well, we didn't, but we grabbed a 20 stewardship orthodox one-legged guy. See, I don't mind that, especially since executing them gets me a double dose of piety. But it's good to have a dread farm available for our successor, so we'll hold off there. I'll locate my mangonels, and you will get some sieging done. Man, there's a lot to do with the sieging here. Meanwhile, the rest of my armies have got to split up, really. 3,840. Right, I can put you there, and then I can shift-click to deselect you. There, that almost makes sense. A trained healer is here. Half-decent physician. Good learning. But you are old, Slavanskan. I'd like to recruit you to court and then tell you to change your ways, and you're cynical, so you probably would. Godless lackey. Okay, no, there's no way they want to, actually. Oh well, if nothing else. Hang on, do I have a court physician? I do. She hates me, but she's pretty well learned, so we'll keep you around. There's a lot of mercs. Is this Pope Simulator 2020? Well, I did extort a lot of this money from the Catholic faith, so I can see why you'd think that. Right, as he does his retreat, that gives me time to siege this down. Unfortunately, there's a lot to siege down. Taking this guy out is going to be a bit of a pain, I think. To the point where it's probably worth me upping my number of onagers to maximum and recruiting those shortly. Oh, he wants to head out by boat. Fine by me, as long as it doesn't give him much time to reinforce. Yeah, for a long time I thought that supply was shared within an entire county. Now I see that it's just between the individual provinces. This is great. If he wants to go on boat and try to flank me, that's fine. I have enough of a headway on this that he won't be able to defeat me at siege. Whoa, who's he fighting? He's fighting Polovragi. Hopefully not anyone I know. Befriending at the dance. Right, this is that witch, I believe. I decided it would be the perfect occasion to pass by to ensure I get some face-to-face time with her. Oh, right. For some reason I really lost my ability to... I broke alliance. That made my general opinion go way down. That's a real shame. I guess we'll have to take a different approach at bringing you here. She'll never see it coming. By the way, how are you progressing on your siege? 5 months left on my siege. 3 months left. Wetlands. Wetlands are good for defense. But I can just throw some crappy levies here. I mean some really crappy levies. With my onagers. And then send the rest in to fight you. I mean, honestly, my mercs alone should be able to take you, but the knights are very powerful, so I want them to do their thing. Wait for the onagers to get here so I don't lose any progress on this. Also, you should definitely have somebody that's good at sieging there. Like... ooh... maybe not a good champion. There we go, Joseph, crappy champion, half decent at the siege. Alright, let's head on out and rinse this guy a new one. Hopefully he doesn't see me coming and attempt to retreat and make things very awkward for me. Also, hopefully that stack doesn't come to fight you. Just in case, I'm going to keep you there. I could see this going very much against me if they decide to interrupt me. No, they're going by boat. Oh well. Levies are probably not going to help me out much in a fight against this this loser anyway. That's unfortunately moves to wetlands. It'll work to his advantage though, but it's probably for the better to keep him stuck there and mulch into him. All the while though, the siege goes my way. Social manipulation with Count Kormischov. 100% men-at-arms army will destroy him even if he outnumbers you 2-to-1, says KKO. I get that, but I don't have a good feel for it in the game yet, and I like to have a good feel for these things. Right, he's challenging me, is he? Greedy, just, and trusting individual. Trusting. Commenting on his graceful feet will throw him off. Everything in his power to get the task done. Objectify. Ah, well, given the impossible tasks. I could have just threatened him, but I didn't. Ah, there we go. Cruel, but it had to be done. And now I get a weak hook on him. Sadly, he is but a count, so there's not much point in changing his obligations to me, but as long as he knows his place. Oh, right, we took this down, but there is more to take down. Let's grab those mountains. And there's a lot to Byzantium. Hope I can at least get my war score through destroying his armies. But you know, if he wants to send himself in and risking himself killed or worse, actually killed is bad, right? I don't want him dead because I need him to... oh, there we go! He can die all he wants now, as long as there's not a miscarriage. We have the next Vlad coming. It's probably going to work against me, probably, but I saw my opportunity to put Vlad at the top of the Byzantium, and I wanted to take it. A count was slain. Well, he was already irritable, so too bad for him. And we captured a mayor with money. Sadly, though, since he's landed, we can't exactly just take it from him, but you shall remain under house arrest for the time being. Shift-click to deselect, huh? I would do well to remember that. GV3000 saying happy Wednesday, everyone. It is happy because I've really been wanting to play more of this. And now that Wednesday is here, I can. Right. Oddly enough, I'm the one defending in the mountains. But these levies of mine are going to get mashed here. Mashed badly. And I doubt I can get there in time to save the day. But I do think I can try. Well, fortunately, they're not. We're not going 2-to-1. We're going slightly more than 2-to-1, so we can be the ones that win here. But my Onagers are okay. I've got a full-on war to win here, not a warlet. How dare he think he can take me on? This is getting me quite a bit of piety, is it not? If I get religious icon, I'll actually be able to take this decision. Consecrate bloodline. I'm sure I can get my positive opinion with you. I already have it through piety. Oh, right, I have a free slot for some friendship making. Wasn't there somebody out here who could have done with a lighter wallet? King Hugo. Trusting, but not quite bursting at the seams of his wallet. I can't take you. You're brave. Brave will happily resist my my arrest. Yeah, no chance with you. Aquitaine. Aquitaine pops into existence, and France probably doesn't like that. That'll be Confederate partition there. They had another kingdom that could be created, and thus it was created. Huh, not a lot of people with loads of money to spare. There is Byzantium, and I'm left wondering, do you have a new guy with a new fat sack of cash? Yeah, it's not fat enough. I'm really interested in people that have way too much money, because they need to donate it to me. Yeah, you're that brave guy, and brave is very good at resisting arrest. I think it's brave and... I'll be honest, I don't know the other one. But it's not paranoid. I was wondering if it was paranoid and actually double-checked it. Sweden's getting disgustingly big. That it is. Huh, did I really check them all? Bavaria, East Francia... None of them were coughing up the oodles of dosh, were they? No, that's not oodles enough dosh for me to go out of my way to befriend somebody to bring it to me. I can just leave them to bank it up for me in the future. Disappointing, but if that's how it is, that is how it is. Just in case, I want to befriend, not you, but my head of faith, actually. Are we already friends? Or can you just not befriend the head of faith? That's a bit shame. Khazariya is not very frightening, right? They barely have much of an army. We came in to take a province off of them already, so it just blows to be them. How about you then? Could we become friends? He doesn't really like me much now, but he could like me down the line. Well, no, I want to replace him because he's garbage. And he's not converting faith inside my country, which he certainly should be. Brother-in-law, chancellor, vassal, could be friend. Friends do their job better. Oh no, he is already my friend. Well, I'm getting bad at reading this then. I just want to make more friends, right? Is that too much to ask? Okay. Okay, you were reduced to just the siege weapons? That's a sad state of affairs. If we leave you, and you, and then get the rest of you guys out of here. And we should be alright. Don't control war goal, that's hurting. But I might be able to get enough war score from battles if we combine it with these occupations. No, these occupations aren't worth jack. The war score battles max out at 100, I forget. I think they do, but I'd be lying if I said I remembered. Oh yeah, Alpha, the day has been getting progressively better. That awful punishment game, then my childhood gem of Draken, now this. Better and better. Ah man, that piety of mine going up and up feels better and better. Right, don't know what you're up to. Are you going to lay siege to that? I'm not afraid, but... Where's the mass of your army? Actually, is that still commanded by... Yeah, the Basilius himself is over there. I could probably spring a trap on him by bringing all of my men-at-arms and such right over there. As long as I don't get rid of the levies. But these levies are part of that, so... If I just get rid of them... No, he's in for a pretty bad time now, isn't he? You go and join them, there's not much point in keeping you around. As for you... You get over here. Then I can remove you. And then... I'm not the biggest fan of all these teleporting men-at-arms, but... Sometimes you gotta do what you've got to do. And that is destroy this guy. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Flexible leader, logistician, reckless. Not actually that great for this fight. Do we have anyone better? Nah, we'll take it. The AI does the teleporting, so don't feel bad for doing... Oh, I don't feel bad. Even if I maybe just said that I do. I just wish that there was another solution. That's a route! Oh, wow. Oh, that hurts for him. Sadly, I didn't capture the wee bugger, but I did capture this godless maniac. Well, that again is going to be dread bait down the line. Stand down, soldiers. Well, you might be at my mercy, but you might not. We'll give it a go. Abduct ourselves a witch. Oh, nice job, nice job. Welcome aboard. Time for your release. You will be converted, you will be hooked. Oh, not hooked then, but recruited. The conversion's pretty important, but not so much as the recruitment. There's a captain. Alright, welcome aboard. By the way, I would like you to be an educator. How can I get this done then? Right, I'm looking at you specifically, and I want to offer you the guardianship from that lady I just brought in, if she is indeed here. There she is, there's my courtier. We're both Slovianskan. Don't convert the culture, God no, because you are Marie, whatever that is. Finno-Ugric. And hopefully this will change Barban Falk into a witch. If Barban Falk becomes a witch, what I'm going to do is somehow kill Count Milos. Wait, you're also called Barban Falk? I need to go around and rename the grandchildren, but I'll do that once we take over as bare minimum. I'm very happy that worked. Do we have any more witches out there? No, it's just these people. This is my guest. How do I recruit this guest, though? I mean, I could abduct him as well. And then maybe force him to be to work for me, but I already have a witch now. Of that note, it would be worth making another, making her be a guardian for another ward. Noble upbringing for noble dubbity-dub. It's fine. I could try for my granddaughter as well. Beautiful that she is. Get that weird witchy lass. Where is she at now? I'm not seeing her. Does that mean she went over to their court? Okay, visiting. Visiting must be a special kind of courtier thing. You're employed by me, but you're visiting there, which means I can't make you do other things. Gotcha. You hate my guts, but who doesn't? I've been a real tyrant. Just preparing for the end of my life, really. I'd like to create a coven, but I don't think it's that easy. Why? Max? 78% is max war score? That doesn't seem right. In any case, I've just received the most disturbing news. My cold-hearted rival, Smaranda, has been spreading false rumors about me to Roman. Don't know what I did to you. Maybe I pushed you into yet another puddle of water. I won't allow her to besmirch my good name. Best ignore her. Scheme power goes down. Well, when these things come up, you should always ask your wife to help. There we go. Get out of my face, my useless rival. Does the tyranny penalty transfer over? No, it does not. However, the opinion has a short influence on how the succession goes. There's an opinion of predecessor that carries over a bit. Kind of garrison are we looking at? A pretty big Mr. Garrison. Oh man, there's so much to siege down here just to get over there. His army, however, is completely shattered. So it's probably a good idea for me to get a bunch of levies and just shove them all over in Byzantium and tell them to get to work. Once you're done with that, I'm going to send them all over there. I'll save the men-at-arms to defend my realm. Those are just raiders. Forget the raiders. Well, why forget the raiders when I can kill the raiders? After all, I'll get the money and the prestige back. Nah, it's a rout. My friend dies again. What else is new? Killed in a siege, no less. What a rotten way to go. So this is why I think that fighting is one of the least enjoyable things in the game. It just comes down to spotting them and dealing with them with your army of men-at-arms. And you better believe that they get the job done. Brilliant strategist, you say? Wouldn't mind a guy like you, but you already own some land, and what's that? 2 others after winning. Who else is coming for some? Bunch of nobodies, really. Mercenary company captain was captured. Can you employ those? No, no, it doesn't look like it. Well, these people can just sit around and likely die down the line. But I need to get my folks over to Byzantium. I could walk through that. I'll only take 100 casualties. That's hardly a lot. As long as we have a sieging mind over there. I love having lots of knights to choose from. Yeah, 100 casualties is nothing. Oh, I have 2 different commanders there. merge them together and make sure that they have Mr. Siege there. Of course, that won't actually produce any results here until we bring that garrison, or bring our numbers up to that garrison. So I need another couple thousand. I could just walk instead of taking a boat. The attrition hits almost nothing. In fact, I see a little reason not to bring the knights down there. At least they'll add a good bit of... I do not like the way this thing keeps changing its layout here. They'll add a good bit of army quality, if nothing else. Like, where's my move all knights button? Or all of this type? Maybe it's there and I just don't realize it. There we go. Otherwise, send over some of the levies that we bought over. Send some extra levies. And they should be just fine. Anybody with a bit more marching speed to you? Or maybe... Adrian's pretty good at that kind of stuff. Not looking for reckless, I'm looking for anything that makes them move faster, like organizer. Yeah, on you go. Get them down there. Ignore those casualties from that, and dismiss you. There we go. Then I'll siege up Byzantium, and that will probably win me the war. Okay. Renowned physician. Very good, Patrol. Although you hate me, that's not a problem. I need to fight Bulgaria for this at some point. Bulgaria's mega weak. It's tempting to fight them now, but of course my armies are raised, so it's outside of the question. Now, let's just spend years on this siege. Oh my days! That's a lot of time. Where are those armies that I sent over? Don't tell me I accidentally deleted them, because I'm not seeing them here. No, really, where'd my army go? Oh, right, there they are. So they are there, it's just taking forever. Jeez, that's scary stuff, actually. Daily progress is tiny. But that's the longest it'll take. It will most likely take considerably less time. Befriend, spectacle the scaffold. Come to my understanding, Count Roman is, like me, a ruler whose justice is dreaded by others. I should invite him to sit beside me at the next public execution. Of course. Don't know whose, but it also doesn't really matter. Oh, there's the chap himself. He's grown some facial hair. Probably thinks that'll make him a bit tougher. But I don't like the way he's standing there. It's probably best to actually make my move. It's not a lot of casualties in the grand scheme of things. What's he doing there? Something is timing up there. Is it a building or something? Befriend, a fearsome display. He's come to my court to see a spectacle of public execution. My chance to impress him. Who shall I sacrifice? Kill them all! Ah. I'm feeling kind. No one dies today. No, somebody dies today. Who is who, though, here? I got some useless mayor. I need to impress this guy. I could take out a whole duke. But then I don't get the bonuses for it, because if I execute, you get bonuses based on how decent they are. Gotta keep that in mind. Alright, we're gonna take out Callistos of Bizre. Well, what if I... Nah, we'll kill him there. I was thinking, what if we kill him here, then kill him there, but don't want to know. Just lop his head off. After laborious preparation, I was finally able to spend an evening, and there we go. Closer than ever. Gosh, I'm good at making friends. I would have happily killed them all if I hadn't gone to great lengths to make sure that they were dread fodder and piety fodder. If I can live long enough to hit religious icon, I get a nice permanent bonus. At least I think it's permanent. Somebody told me that Paragon gets inherited down. Not that I have many religious vassals, but the one-off renown will be great. Right, Fecher finally has its gardens and vegetables. I really, really want to do this place up. Sadly, I can't have any of the duchy buildings, but I can do all these up. I can't upgrade you right now, but all in due time. When we have city planning, I'm going to fill this up. I need a church and a city, but that'll give me 3 additional castles. And I also want to do up the places with the grand temples, and then whenever possible hold on to them, because I like the look of that bonus. Grand temple giving me piety, renown, knight, effectiveness, and the levies reinforce faster even, and the whole realm gets control growth. Not that that matters when control is high, but it does often go down, especially when those peasants keep rising up. How dare they rise up? But with that in mind, I should probably do these places up. With what, I don't know. They're quite isolated, so some walls and towers are actually quite tempting. They do bring a bit of tax in as well. He doesn't know, though. He doesn't know. I like the look of a manor house. I like farms and fields, just raw development and taxes. When does it get the development? Taxes, taxes, development growth increase. It's just a percentage though, it doesn't actually increase development passively, but it is a nice thing. What the hell, some farms. Because I do think I'll be holding onto these down the line now that I've seen the bonus of them. I'd quite like to just toss them away, but never know when you need those holy sites. Rout him, rout him, rout him! It's a rout! Okay, looks like we don't have to wait so long. But look at that, I've actually got... no, I don't have enough. I could do other things to him, right? If I executed him, I get 500 piety. Oh. Not only that, but our little granddaughter of House Vlad is next in line. But I should give them an opportunity to make more babies, just in case this one doesn't survive. Because otherwise it'll fall to somebody from a different house. So much as I would love to kill him, I should simply press for my independence whilst I can. This hurts me. This really hurts me. But the daughter would be overthrown in days. That's the problem. I need to ensure House Vlad is strong on here. Right, there we go. The cocky King Barban Falk. May your years be short and miserable. You're a much greater foe than I imagined. Put an end to this bloodshed. You will comply. Let's put our armies away and our leggies and enjoy who we are.